it's Carol from Cape Cod Cottage Garden. Today I'm so excited because I'm gonna finally get some seeds started. I'm gonna do my onions. I know it's early, but I was taking some advice from some people on the internet. Jenna, Growfully with Jenna, she starts hers in December, and I'm in a warmer zone than her, so I'm starting mine now. That way, in case I fail, I will have time to replant. But the first thing I did was I'm using this Johnny's seed mix, and I did boil some hot water, and I moistened it with the boiling water just to try to get rid of any gnats or any kind of bacteria in the soil. So now I'm just gonna fill it up, and you want the soil to be moist, but not like no water dripping out when you squeeze it. So I think that's pretty good. So I'm just gonna load these up. Probably make a big mess, but I guess gloves would be helpful. But I like to get my hands dirty, so. I'm not gonna do the whole tray because I don't want that many onions. I'm gonna plant these, like try to get 4 seeds in each little cell, and then I'll probably thin them. But I mean, I have a big garden, but I don't have that big garden. I don't want like 200 onions, so. That looks pretty good. I'm just gonna bang it to try to get some of the air pockets out and put a little more. I don't want to like press it in too much, so I don't want it to be really compacted. The soil is wet. Wow, did I mix up the perfect amount of soil on the first guess? That's amazing. Okay, let me see. I'm just gonna press it in just a little. You don't want any air pockets, but I don't want it too tight. Sometimes banging it will do it. I'm pretty impressed with my judgment here on the soil. Okay, you want them filled right up because it will settle a little bit when you water and all that. I do plan on bottom watering these for the most part. I will miss the tops if I notice it like drying out, but all right, that looks good. Pretty good. All right, so let me just rinse my hands. Oh, dirt under the fingernails. Thank goodness I just showered. That's pretty. Okay, so the ones I'm gonna be planting today, the Rosa de Milano red onions from Fruition. I showed you that in my seed haul. Also the New York early yellow onion from Fruition. And these are the ones that I bought on a whim. I'm not gonna plant a lot of these. I don't know anything about this onion. The sweet Spanish onion. Let's do it. So it says to plant a 1/4 inch deep. So what I think I'm gonna do is just kind of give me a little divot. Probably, these seeds are really small. I'm probably not gonna be able to get them in those holes. Wishful thinking. I'll probably end up just sprinkling them on top and then covering them with a little more soil. Okay, let's see how small these are the New York early onions. Ooh, they are tiny. Come on. Jeez. There we go. Okay, so you can see they're not that small actually. So let me see how we do. This is gonna take a while, especially because my hands are wet. I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle them on top and then I'll cover them a little bit. Probably doing this all wrong, but we'll find out. You know what, I think I better dibble it a little bit. Is this exciting? Is this an exciting video for you to watch? Getting there. Hope I don't have this packed too much. Feels a little firm. Okay, let me see. Did I put any in this one? This is gonna be wonderful. It's very hard to get one seed, so I'm just kind of, if I have extras, I'm gonna thin them anyway. And I'm gonna like clip the tops when they get too tall. These are kind of like, they're not the tiniest seeds I've ever seen, but they're pretty small. And I just realized I did too many of these. I gotta go to the different onion. Let me put these back. I really want to plant some of those. Now I'm going to do the Rossa di Milano, the red onions from Fruition. Let me just dibble. Doop. The person behind the camera is laughing at me. Not very nice. It's gonna be good. Okay, so let me just show you these seeds. And then I'll show you what my seed setup. I originally was gonna set up down the basement, but like I told you before, so there's those seeds. We're having construction and they're not done yet. So I can't, so I set it up in my laundry room up here. These are supposed to germinate. If you keep the soil at 75 degrees, they will germinate in like 5 days, which I think is really quick. If you, have it at like 65 or whatever it was, regular room temperature, 65 to 70 degrees, it's gonna take 12 days. So I'm debating whether to use my heat mat or not. I don't know. Well, guess what? I didn't save any room for the white onions, did I? Maybe I'll just skip those for now and plant them later, because otherwise I'm going to have one row. There we go. Okay. Okay. So, now I can't remember where I started. I think that I started here with the red onions. I'm gonna face it that way, and here with the New York earlies. I don't know, that might be a little confusing, but instead of, I'm not gonna cover, I'm just gonna kind of cover the seeds up a little bit like this. Because they're only supposed to go down a little bit. We're almost done. I also bought this stuff, it didn't come in yet. It's some kind of like, Susan in the garden recommended it. It's some sphagnum moss that you put like on top, and it's supposed to help with like dampening off. I didn't get it yet, but when I get it, I am gonna put some in. So hopefully that will raise up this. I could use a little bit more in some of these trays. Just about done, and then I'll show you where I'm gonna put them. I am gonna use the humidity dome until they germinate, and then I'll pop it off. They say you don't really need light until they germinate, but I'm putting that light on. So let me just wash my hands. I'll show you where we're gonna do this. Hold on, let me just, might as well use up this dirt, scoop it in. There we go, what a mess. Big mess. Okay, here we go. I'll show you where I'm gonna put this now. Grab this. Oh, and also I do have the bottom of the tray, and I made a mistake when I bought my bottom trays from Johnny's. I didn't realize I bought the ones with the holes in them by accident, so I had to go out and buy these. So I do plan on bottom watering, so I'm just gonna set that in. Set my cover on top. Oops. And there we go, good to go. Come right in here. Into my laundry room. Plug in my light. And there we go. So I am using the Spider Farmer SF600, I think. It is like the sun. So I don't know, I might have to lower it a little bit to get it a little bit closer which I am gonna do. So this lowers very easily with this, just this little toggle here. We'll lower it down. I think that's good. One side, it's pretty easy. And then the other. It's not hot. Does it feel hot? Okay. So that's it. I'll be back in probably, hopefully 5 to 7 days to see if we have any germination. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.